Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I know how busy everyone is, so I really appreciate you taking a few minutes to spend it with us. We call this our Learn and Earn meeting, and there are really two ways that you could benefit from it. First, we are going to send you, of course, the $50 credit, which you can apply to any order. But more importantly, as you know, successful selling is about having the right tools available to you at the right time. I promise over the next 20 minutes to show you some very unique selling programs and ideas that can help differentiate you from your competition. And ultimately, that is how both of us will learn from today. So thank you. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy. Just a couple of housekeeping things. After the session, we're going to send you this marketing and sample kit. I'll tell you a little bit more about it later, but that will also include that $50 credit. If you do have an order in the house, let your rep know and they can get it applied immediately. But otherwise, we'll send it out in this package. We will keep the meeting to about 20 minutes a day in respect of everyone's time. It'll move fast. But at the end of it, whatever questions you have, I'll make sure that I can extend as long as necessary to make sure that any of those get answered, so don't worry. If you do have a question, in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, you'll see a little window where you can type that in, and those will just kind of stack up if there are any, and at the end, I'll make sure that they all get answered. We're also going to record the session today, and at the end I'll make sure that you get a link to that recording as well as a PDF of the slides that we use. In case you want to go back and refresh your memory about something, you want to share it with a colleague maybe that couldn't make it today, you'll have those available to you. I'll put my contact information up here just for a second. No need to write it down. I'll put it up at the end again. And I'm going to turn my camera off for a couple minutes now so we can kind of focus on the slides and the presentation, but I'll join you back on screen in just a few minutes here. Just a little bit about our company. Footprints USA has been the #1 supplier of flip-flops since 2005, after we opened a domestic factory here. Some of you may remember that in the old days, the only source for custom sandals was a supplier who imported them from Asia. So they took almost 3 months to get here, and delivery was, slow, and minimums were quite high. So really, it limited sales of this item to a pretty small niche. And we believe that the market was much larger than that if we could just deliver it in a week or two. It turns out we were right. This category has grown more than 400% since we opened, and flip-flops have become much more of a mainstream product in our industry. Today, I think most distributors do recognize us as a premier supplier of flip-flops, but what many don't know is that we do so much more than that now. We have a full line of accessories, including belts, neckties, headwear, even printed apparel. But more importantly, I think we offer a couple truly unique programs that you won't see anywhere else in the industry. So if I can accomplish just one thing today, I hope to show you that there are some ideas and selling programs that we have that you did not even know existed. We believe one of our biggest strengths is our location. By manufacturing here in North America, we can offer a much faster turnaround on items that really are highly customized. And perhaps more importantly, we have better controls over things like quality, safety, social compliance, things like that, which, as you know, those are becoming more important every day. Our operation actually straddles the border between California and Mexico. Production is 5 miles south in Mexicali, and our warehouse and shipping are on the California side. For those of you who are not familiar, and by the way, if any of you are out this way, we'd love to have you visit. This is about an hour east of San Diego. Mexicali has a very deep culture of manufacturing and some of the best engineering universities in the country. So we're blessed with a terrific group of young, educated people who really, really do take pride in their work. Our costs are also quite stable, so that helps us offer some very attractive pricing. Our sales and admin offices, of course, are on the U.S. side, located in Signal Hill, California, which is just outside of Long Beach. We are ranked 5-star with ASI and A+ on Sage. We also are the winner of the ASI Spirit Award. So I believe you can rely on us for best-in-class service. But beyond that, you'll also find that we go the extra mile by creating strategic partnerships with our customers. This is really part of our core mission, to listen to you, our customer, and then deliver solutions. So whether it's providing virtual samples or recommending enhancements to your designs, facilitating a conference call with your client, or even providing educational tools like this meeting. We see your success as our primary goal. Just a little bit about flip-flops. They have become a mainstream product over the last 20 years or so. Global sales are now over $20 billion, and large companies are sponsoring things like Flip-Flop Fridays and National Flip-Flop Days. The flip-flop icon itself, just the shape of a flip-flop, has even come to represent something in our culture, which is relaxation. And I think that's one of the reasons that flip-flops are so popular for corporate events and team building, where creating that relaxed environment is so important. One of the nice things about selling this category also is the order size. Flip-flop orders are generally larger, more than double the industry average. In terms of client billing dollars, our orders average around $2,000. I don't know how that compares to yours, but on an industry-wide basis, it's about double the average. Flip-flops were actually brought to the U.S. by our soldiers coming back from Japan after World War II. They were made of straw, and they were called zoris. We started calling them flip-flops because of the sound they make when you walk in them. But flip-flops have been around since the Middle Ages, and there is even evidence that the courtesans in those days would actually carve the words "follow me" into the bottom of their soles. That would leave an imprint in the dirt so that their clients could track them down. So there you go, the world's first promotional product. It was also, however, the genesis of our modern day talking footprint, which leaves the logo in the sand. This feature is especially popular for corporate events, and we have companies that continue to use it year after year because it's so popular with the guests. Normal delivery is only 15 days with our local production, and we even have rush service available if you need it. There are no die charges for simple designs, so it's very affordable, only $2 on a V per pair for this feature. We have over 30 styles of flip-flops, but actually most of them can be made from just a few variations in the material, so it's really easier than it looks. There are only 3 parts to a flip-flop. You have an insole, which is where your foot sits. You have an outsole, which is the part that hits the ground, and then, of course, the strap. All 3 of those can be logoed, and depending on the style, we offer imprinting, embroidery, jacquard weaving, and, of course, our die-cut talking footprint. There are several soles you can choose from a single layer for a simple flip-flop to a 2 or 3 layer, which allow you to bring in more color, for example, or you can add an arch support for a higher end look and feel. Most of the straps are also interchangeable, so you can go with either vinyl, which is the most cost-effective, or you can do natural rubber or fabric, depending on the client. Colors and sizes, very easy. Sizes are shown, recommended breakdowns are shown on these client-safe PDFs, which you'll find on our website, so they're easy to send on to your client. You'll find that very easy to use. In terms of styles, we have everything from basic styles in the $5 to $10 range. For example, our Capistrano, $4 to $5 on a C. What distinguishes that style is that it can only be printed on the strap, but it's a very good quality flip-flop, so it's used for a lot of higher volume events like walks and races and festivals and trade shows and things like that, where people are maybe giving out thousands. In terms of the most popular overall sandal, it would be our Laguna line, and that runs in the $8 to $10 range depending on how it's decorated on a C. You can interchange the straps again from rubber to vinyl to fabric. You can pick different colors of soles, different colors of straps, mix and match them. It's used for schools, colleges, teams, movie and TV programs, trips and cruises. All kinds of events use the Laguna line. Very, very popular. In terms of the premium styles, we also have a range of them. Beginning with our Malibu, which we say only looks expensive. It's in the $10 to $12 range on a C, but it has that wider strap which gives it that executive look and feel. So it's very, very popular with corporate events and trips and things like that. On the very high end, we have our Del Mar, which is in the $18 to $20 range, depending on how you decorate that one. It's got a very heavy-duty rubber sole, arch support built in, heavy-duty webbing strap. I like this example actually here, the GoDaddy one, because it shows just how using the right tool can make a difference. This was one of those jobs where the client was bidding it out to multiple distributors, which of course is not the ideal situation, but we know it happens. And the client had requested pricing on 1,000 pairs of a sandal that would have a talking footprint, which is quite common. So we got calls from 5 or 6 different distributors, and in most cases, they simply asked for the price on the least expensive style that would have a talking footprint. However, in the end, it was this virtual sample here that got that order, and it was well, at least helped get the order, and it was the distributor who differentiated themselves from the others. Rather than just getting the least expensive quote, this distributor let us help them with some creative ideas. Together we thought outside the box. We discussed it. We added a custom jacquard woven strap. We made a custom arch support in there yellow and flew the material in. We looked at creative ways to make that GoDaddy character into a talking footprint that would look cool. We went through several versions before it was finally presented, and it was the highest priced sandal anyone quoted. But the client fell in love with it, and in the end, they spent over $25 a pair at end user price for 1,000 pairs of these, which was a very profitable order for both the distributor and us. So my advice, use suppliers who will help you think outside the box, who will work with you, and don't underestimate your client's taste level, because as you know, budgets have a way of expanding when clients see something they really like. So you might show them something on the lower end, but also show them something on the higher end, maybe 3 options, and let us help you. Use our free virtual samples. They really do work. We've got specialty styles in addition to our those that I've shown you, from slides that you can wear with socks to ones with built-in bottle openers, folding flip-flops for the health and fitness of women's events. So lots of different specialty items. Custom jobs, very, very welcome here. This is one of my favorites. It's a Unilever's brand called Axe, which makes shower gels. Some of you may have seen that in your shower. I know I do. But they were introducing a new shower gel, and they were targeting 18 to 24-year-olds. So we worked with the distributor and their ad agency to design this custom set of flip-flops that interlocks at the toe. And that supported their campaign, which was called Toe to Toe. They distributed 20,000 pieces along with a sample of the gel on college campuses, and it was a tremendous success. This was a 6-figure order for the distributor, and we were able to produce it in just about 4 weeks. So these are the kinds of things we can do with North American manufacturing, and I hope you'll let us do something for you. Woven Essentials. This is for sure the most, my favorite thing to talk about because it is so unique. We start with a jacquard woven fabric, which is like you see at the very top up there, and we step and repeat your logo every 2 inches. You can adjust that, but 2 inches would be the standard. We produce that in rolls, and then we cut and sew that fabric and sew it to cotton or nylon webbing, and then we use it to make almost 60 different items, from flip-flops to belts, sunglass holders, wallets, key rings, and a lot more. But the best part of this program is that since we're using the same fabric on everything, your client can pay just one setup and then mix and match within the collection. Have no minimum for any item. The only minimum is a combined total. For example, they could order even a dozen pairs of flip-flops or 3 fedoras and 20 key rings, whatever they want that makes up a total of 50 pieces. The other nice thing is the quality. This program is really an extension of our collegiate licensing program. So everything is the same retail quality that we sell in college bookstores across the country. And if any of you sell to the resort market, we also have this retail packaging and labeling available if you need it. All kinds of clients love this collection, especially for programs and events. But there are a lot of applications like clubs, schools, online stores. It's great for any client who would like to mix and match items without having minimums and setups. We offer both full color sublimation when it's needed or woven in logos depending on the situation, and either way it's the same quality jacquard fabric. For programs, we also have a co-op package where we actually stock the fabric in our factory, and that allows us to offer even better pricing and faster turnarounds on each one of your releases. So that makes Woven Essentials perfect for any kind of program selling. It also works well for school fundraising because the school doesn't get stuck with unsold merchandise. We simply create an order form like this one, and the school uses that to pre-sell and then places their order after the sale. And since they collect when they take the orders, there's no upfront investment for them. So and by the way, we also pre-sort and label those by students. So when it comes into the school, it's already ready to hand out to the students, already labeled. The students, the schools, the coaches, they all love this program. It's really turnkey. With our team building packages, you can also put together packages of flip-flops with tees, hoodies, sweats, shorts to create what we call head-to-toe packages. These are great because you can deal with just one vendor, place just one purchase order and get everything delivered together. Everything looks cohesive. And again, you pay only one setup for everything, so you save. We offer a fantastic virtual sample program for this collection where you can upload your logo anytime, 24/7, select a few items. We'll create a sheet like this one to show your client the concept, and we'll include a link to the client-safe version of the catalog so that they can see all of the other items that they could mix in. Believe me, this program works. We track the closing rate each month, and I can tell you that it is a very high percentage of virtuals that turn to orders on this. So I hope you'll do us both a favor and try Woven Essentials and try this virtual sample program. All you need to do is just go to virtual.footprintsusa.com and just upload your logo. We'll take it from there. In 2009, we bought this little company called PromoFoam, which produces some really cool items made of EVA foam. And that's the same foam we use for some of our sandals, so it made sense. For example, we make one of the nicest floatable key rings now in the industry. It has a nautical theme with a rope fob. It's really, really popular. It's great for boating, swimming, any kind of theme around water. But my favorite is this puzzle, which some of you may have seen before, but after we bought the company, we improved it. It's called the Crazy Cube, the squishy foam puzzle. It's a flat piece of EVA foam that has 6 pieces that form a cube when you put them together. What's so great about it is that you can print multiple messages on different sides of the cube, all for the price of one imprint. So for clients trying to reinforce, different concepts or different products or different benefits, it's just great. We also expanded the front surface of the puzzle to include a banner area up at the top where you can get a larger imprint, and we wrapped it in a full color sleeve so you can really get into a lot of detail when you need to. That makes it great for insurance companies and financial, banking, medical, 911, anywhere the client needs to communicate multiple concepts and detail and educate their customer. This is fantastic. You'll be getting a sample of this in your marketing and sample kit with some more case history, so I encourage you to take a look at that. We also offer a full line of custom-made neckties, bow ties, and scarves in either 100% silk or polyester, wet dyed, or woven in, depending on the need. We offer the fastest turnaround in the industry on these products at 4 to 5 weeks, and these items are trending up the last couple of years. So you'll check out the case history brochure that you'll also be getting on these. It gives some examples of how they're sold, who uses them, and I would be surprised if you didn't have some opportunities there. If you ever need flags or banners, we have a complete selection from a small hand-waving flag to our car flags, which are very popular, to large 15 to 20-foot outdoor banners. Again, we have some very competitive pricing on these and quick turnaround, so please consider us next time you have an application for flags or banners. I do see we have just a couple of questions, but before we get to these, I just want to, again, thank you for joining us. I hope you've seen a couple of things that you didn't know about, some new ideas and tools you can use, and that you'll begin to think of us as more than just a sandal company. Whatever your project, we're here to help in any way we can. So please let us know what we can do to help. I also want to mention the marketing and sample kit once more. For those of you who are registered and are watching this live, we already have your mailing address, so we'll get that out automatically within a day or two. As I say, if you have an order in the house and you would like to use it now, just let your rep know and they can get it applied. For those of you who may be watching the recorded version of this, we will not have your address. So please do me a favor and just email either myself or Larry with that address and we'll make it happen. We'll get it right out. I'll put both of those emails back up in just a minute so you'll have them. But anyway, the kit includes a few real samples, a request form that you can use to order more. Reasonable samples are always free. Also, look for the series of case history brochures, like in the ones in the lower left there. These are absolutely fantastic. They have some really quick read stories about how these products are sold and used, and they were written from the perspective of your client. So they're all client safe. They make great leave behinds and mailing pieces. So if you want additional copies, they're available. They're listed on the sample request form. Just let us know and we'll get them to you. I want to get to a couple of questions here. I see that Dan has asked, how can I get information on your fundraising, more information on fundraising. Dan, very simple. If you go to our website in the upper left-hand corner, it says Distributor Tools. If you go to Distributor Tools, you'll see Spirit Gear Fundraising. If you click on that, it will ask you to put in your ASI or PPA number, or I think also SAGE, any one of those, and then it will validate that and take you into the Distributor Tools area. You'll have access to all of that. I do have your email here, though, so at the end of the session, I will email that link to you, make it easy for you. And Karen wants to know, how does the pricing work on Woven Essentials for co-op? Okay, great question. And again, same thing, the same answer. I will email you that link as well, Karen. But at the Distributor Tools area, if you see that, you would just go down to Woven Essentials. It'll take you right in, and you'll have access to all of that. I don't see any further questions, so I'm going to put my information back up on the screen here, just so that you have it for both myself and for Larry Rollo, our VP of Sales, who is joining us online. Some of you may know him, but he's joining us online today too. If Larry or I can be of any help to you at all, please let us know. We're here to help you. We want to build a relationship. I appreciate you taking your time again to be with us today. Hope you have a great day and a nice weekend coming up. Thanks a lot, everyone.